I don't know who else would do that. Okay, so we're recording. Okay, girls, thanks for getting on. Like I said, we're gonna make this a little bit more interactive tonight. You guys can mute if you want, if you don't want me to hear what's going on until you have something to say, or you can just leave it unmuted, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to share with you guys, I'm going to send each one of you individually the video that I already made, and I'm also going to make a new script document of a couple sample conversations, real conversations that I've had lately, because here's the thing, I think I'm at like, I don't know, it's not about Success Club points, like the points don't matter, but Success Club points are representative of you can have part of it. Sorry, guys. You have to wait till the call. You have a little bit of your cookie. Go. Okay, let's finish that. Okay, anyways, the points don't matter as points, but they are indicative of how well you're talking to people, how well you are able to get people to say yes. And what does saying yes mean? Saying yes means getting people to get over their excuses, to get over their objections. And objections aren't just like, let's get people over their objections so they buy something from us. That's not what it is. Like, each one of us is a coach because these programs and the products and the groups and all of it has changed us in some way for the better. Okay, so that is what we're trying to get people to say yes to, is that changing their life and not necessarily just buying something from us. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of dive into my process. You guys take notes if you want, and then please jump in at any point if you have questions, because I want you guys to tell me what the hardest part of the conversations are for you so that we can kind of work through it together, okay? Okay, so first thing I do is I send, and this can be a cold call. I'll tell you right now, for the most part, lately especially, the people that I'm inviting are the people I invite first are the ones that have liked a recent post of mine. So lately I almost never even need to go past that, because I'll get my 5 to 10 invites out a day by people that have liked my post, okay? Now, if you're not there yet, you don't have that many people liking your post, then you're just gonna do like call invites, okay? And it's always a short and sweet. So this is step number 1, short and sweet invite. Again, I'm going to send you guys that script, so I'm not going to go too far into it, but it's something along the lines of, you know, hey girl, how's it going? And I always kind of make it sound like short, quick. I'm running out here to the store. I'm getting ready to go for a walk, or I'm getting ready to eat dinner. I don't know why, but saying it like that, I feel like takes the pressure off and makes it sound like it's easy breezy type of a thing. That first message is always going to be easy breezy. So getting ready to run out here, but I want to let you know we've got you know, an online accountability group starting April 3rd. It's going to be a 60-day summer prep, you know, 60-day summer prep group, which will be some details. Short, sweet, to the point. Then I get really good response on that, and they're going to say something like yes, whatever, you know, whatever. I don't know what I'm hearing, but I'm hearing loudness. Maybe it's mine. Okay. Okay, second step. You're going to give them a short summary of what the group entails. I used to kind of send like a longer one, but lately I'm just like, you know, so it's a online accountability group. I kind of make it sound like it's a Busy Girl virtual boot camp. Basically, it's for anyone who wants to make some changes in their health, fitness, or wellness. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? And again, I'm going to send you guys the script, so you don't necessarily need to write down exactly what I'm saying, because I'll post that in the group. But again, these first 2 steps are very short, casual, easy breezy. You don't want them to think, because bottom line is probably at this point they don't know you yet, okay, or they don't know you well, they haven't spoken to you lately, or whatever. You know, those first 2 messages are you're getting your foot in the door with them. So they're upbeat, they're light, they are non-aggressive. Okay, you always have to put yourself into the shoes of the person that you're sending the message to. We have all been messaged by people that sell things, okay? I don't know whether it's Scentsy or Unique or oils or you know, whatever. We've all been messaged and we've all been turned off, I'm sure. So This is all about empathy. You need to put yourself in that other person's shoes. And I actually love it when I get messages from somebody and it turns me off, because it's like, all right, thank you. I appreciate it, because you've just shown me what I don't, you've given me a lesson on how I don't want to message somebody. And it's true. So after that, after they say yes to those first two things, now we're shifting the conversation over to them. Okay, now we're becoming the listener. And now we're going to start taking on a more of a servant's heart role. Okay, now we're listening to them. We're finding, and I always say the third step: get their goals. Okay, great. Typically I like to get an idea of what your goals are, so we can see if the group would be a good fit for you. Can you give me some insight? Everything is about, I always ask them if the next step is okay. I tell them typically I get an idea of your goals, so I can see if it'd be a good fit. Saying that makes it sound like we're not desperate, and it's selective, and we don't just take anyone, and we're not just going to say yes to you because we say yes to everyone. We are going to say yes to you if it's a good fit. And then asking, can you give me some insight? Again, asking their permission to be let into their life a little bit. Everything that we do, everything in terms of like how I want my team, again, this is your business, but my style, and I feel like the reason you all were attracted to me anyways is because I'm not pushy, and I let everything be my challenger's decision. I give my recommendations, I give my insight, but again, it's their choice, and I always let them know that, not by saying, in every response, this is your choice, but by giving them that feeling. That's my intention, and so that's what comes across, okay? So get their goals. Next is, okay, great, thanks for sharing. Can you give me an idea of your fitness level 1 to 10? 1 to 10 is like kind of people could say anything. So I always say 1 being I get winded walking, and 10 being I could run a marathon. And sometimes I'll put in a little laughing cry emoji. I use those frequently. Makes it less serious and all that. And so then they'll give me their fitness level. Now, after that, I'm going to say, okay, and if given the option, what would be your favorite type of workout? And again, you don't need to write this down because I'm going to give you the script. But I'd say, all the different kinds of workouts that we have: cardio, light weights, heavy weights, dance, kickboxing, intense cardio, boot camp, yoga, Pilates. And then they're going to give me their ideas. So all this is me gathering information. I want you guys to start thinking of yourselves not as saleswomen, but as consultants, okay? Yes, we are Beachbody distributors, but we are really, what I want us to focus on being is life coaches, okay? So it's Beachbody, we use the Beachbody programs and products as our tools, but that's not all that we are, okay? Maybe that's what some other teams do, but that's not all that we do. And that's why people switch over to us a lot of the times, because they weren't getting what they needed from another coach. Can you guys hear me okay, or is it screaming like, you can hear me? Okay.
Oh, I can hear you.
Is there screaming going on here? My husband's out of town, he's been gone, so. Okay, so now at this point, they're going to tell us what their favorite workout is. So we've gotten their goals, we've gotten their fitness level, we've gotten their preference. So at this point, I'm going to recommend 2 workouts based on that. Unless I know one workout is for sure like the way to go. It's just like, oh, you need to do this one, okay? I'm going to recommend 2 workouts. And I'm always going to sound confident, okay? I'm going to say, all right, I never use wishy-washy language. Like, the only time that I'm like, can I, is if I'm asking permission to get information from them. But I'm never like, oh, this might work for you, or would you like to watch this clip? Or no, it's like, these are the programs that I think would be the best route for you. I'm going to send you a couple short clips. Why don't you go ahead and watch them and get back to me as soon as possible? So it's like, I'm not saying watch this immediately and get back to me ASAP. I'm not being like pushy again, but I'm telling them what I want them to do next, and they get back to me as soon as possible, so they know like there are other people that could be taking the spots, and this is a, time is not going to run out on you, but it's of the essence. And the thing is everyone that we're talking to is like us. And I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to me, I'm last on the list, and I do things like the last moment. Like I have to pay a bill, or I have to, I have to buy something for myself. It's always last moment. It's not even necessarily a money thing. It's just, I have lots of other things on my list to do, and I know you girls get that. So and at the end of this, I'm going to talk about why the follow-up is the next important thing after this. Okay, so we're going to send them 2 clips. We're going to tell them to watch, okay? And this is the YouTube clips, the infomercial. You always want to find the shortest one that's like an actual infomercial, not just like somebody playing a random clip of the video. And then a lot of times they won't get back to me right away because, of course, they need to watch it, maybe they're at work, whatever. So I typically give it 24 to 48 hours. And then at that point, if they haven't responded back to me, I'll say something like, or, hey, girls, want to follow up with you and see if you got a chance to check out those clips. Again, now we're going back to easy breezy, like, don't want to be annoying, don't want to be bugging. You know, you want to say it in a way that you wouldn't be grossed out by. You know, so however feels comfortable to you, like however you would say it to a friend, that's how I want you to say it. But in a way that's not timid or meek. There's a fine line. That's what I need you guys to find. The gray area between timid and meek and annoying. Okay, so you can't be either one of those things. You need to find the middle ground on that. In whatever way feels comfortable to you, because I want it to sound like it's coming from you. Once they tell you what workout they like the best, say, okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and grab the details on it. I'm going to send you the details on the package. See what, and then we're going to get your thoughts. Okay, so I'll send them the details. I always send the exact same thing. And at the end, I'll say something like, okay, I know that's a lot of info. What are your thoughts? I always say, what are your thoughts? Because it's not like, you trap them in a corner if you say something like, okay, so you got all the info now, and are you ready to jump in? It's like, well, unless they're ready that very moment, you could just really push somebody away, if you know what I mean. So, like, let's just get your thoughts. Let me in your head a little bit. What do you think? What do you feel? Do you have any hesitations? If so, let's see if we can work through them. If not, maybe this isn't right for you, and that's totally cool, you know. And at that point, once then they tell me yes, and of course I bring it into a close, and I call that bringing it in for a landing, you know, like a plane. And I'm going to give you guys the script details on that. So that's my process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post, I have a little sheet here, it's a file. I'm going to post that to our group. And I'm also going to, I need to create the scripts. I mean, I'm not going to make them up, but I need to just type, you know, get them all formulated from conversations that I've had recently. So you guys can see my process. And then I'm also going to send you guys all that video that I made the other day, because that's just something you can refer back to, because I truly know, like, my business me from being scrambling to find 3 people through the whole month to now being like, you know, not even at the end, and it's like, you know, I have like 30 points or something. Yes. It's my conversations. It's because I've learned how to talk to people in a way that's confident and lets them know I'm going to help them do this. And then, of course, the fact that I post consistently, and the follow-up is number 2. So before you do anything in your business, I don't care about making pretty pictures. I don't care about, you know, your posts first and foremost. The first thing that you have to do is send at least 5 invites a day to a challenge group, because you could be the best poster, the best, you know, whatever on social media, but if you're not sending invites, it's just, nothing's going to happen, because not only do you have to invite, but then you got to follow up. Follow-up's number 2. And I think that's why I'm doing so well this month, is because I implemented this new tracker, which I've never used a tracker before. I just started doing it. I sent it to Rachel, actually. But what has helped me with the tracker is that on the tracker, I still write all my leads in a lead notebook, but then what I'm putting on the tracker is I call it hot leads. So these are people that I've gotten through the whole schmooze with, and like they're close, but no cigar yet. And so then these are the people that I'm focusing my follow-ups on. So I think that that's really kind of what's really changed for me this month, is that I'm tracking those hot leads and following up with them. Whereas when I was just putting everybody in the notebook, the hot leads were getting lost in with the mildly warm leads, if that makes any sense. But I want to turn over to you guys now and ask you if you have any questions about the conversations. What is the hardest part of the conversations? Like, where do you guys feel like you fall off or you get stuck? What do you guys think?
Well, I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, I have 2 from my free group. They never even opened my response to their questions when I tried to see if they were interested in coming to the prep 60 days summer.
So you sent them, did they ever respond to any of your messages at all in Messenger?
Yes, because one had responded about wanting to know if this was just a nutritional thing or something.
Yeah.
And the other one said that she had not, the other one said she did not post to the group. You know, she didn't check in on the free group, but that she was interested. And then I sent them both a response about, answered their questions and waited for a response on if it was something they thought they'd be interested in. And they had not, you know how you could tell in Messenger whether they read it or opened it or whatever, and they had not. I mean, I hadn't looked.
I don't understand that actually. Does anyone, Christy, do you know, like, when it says delivered, but they haven't looked at it, does that mean that just because they like saw it there and they maybe saw the start of the message, but then they just didn't open it? Is that what you guys think happened?
I don't know. That's what I think happens sometimes. They don't want to open it because they don't want me messaging them.
Okay. And you know what I do in that moment? Okay, so here's what I do. Here's the thing. I don't beat around the bush, and like I've always been the girl that like calls out the elephant in the room. Like if there's something that's making people feel awkward, or I'm feeling awkward, I'm always just like, yeah, so how about that? You know, whatever. Like I always have been like that. So I do the same thing in this instance. So like if I was you, after I sent that, although she didn't see it. Okay, so if someone doesn't see it, you know what I do actually is I will even, this could be considered annoying, but I still do it. Like especially if it's someone that has shown interest. Maybe if it's not someone that's like mildly interested, but if it was someone that was like pretty interested at one point, I'll actually go to their page and I'll post a comment to their wall and tag them. I'll be like, hey, so-and-so, and like tag them and say, I sent you a message, but I'm having some issues with my messenger. Not sure if it came through or not. Can you let me know? And then if they ignore me, I know that they're like purposely ignoring me. But maybe it was an accident, or maybe they meant to open it. And here, like I've learned through coaching that if I don't have time to open a message, I cannot open it because I know I will open it and I will forget, and then I've lost people because of that.
Right.
But most people they don't know that yet, so they open stuff and then like I don't know, it throws up on the floor and it's like and then they forget, you know. So I would even like go to her page and like tag her and just say, hey, I sent you a message. I'm having some issues with my messenger. Not sure if it came through. Will you let me know? And then she ignores you, then she's doing it on purpose. And okay, that's fine. But if I have people that I know have seen my message and I've like, maybe they were interested and I messaged them a couple times and they saw it and they are now ignoring me or whatever. Because here's the thing. I don't want to push people into getting ready, or I don't want to push people into something they're not ready for, but it's my job to help them get ready. Like, because if I truly believe that this can help them, which I believe in myself and I believe in our programs and products in our group, so I will keep being that little like buzz that in their ear, like, hey, I'm still here, I'm still ready when you're ready. And I'll straight send them a message that says, if I know they've seen it, I'll say, hey girl, how's it going? So I know you've seen my messages. I just wanted to let you know. I just want to let you know, like you're having, you know, if you decide the group's not for you, that's totally cool. But I also want you to know that, but I also know that for myself, so I put myself last on the list. And sometimes we just need somebody to remind us that what we want and need is important too. And so this is me being that reminder for you. And if you've decided you're totally not interested anymore, you definitely don't want to bug anyone, let me know and I'll take you off my list. Nothing, period. And honestly, I get a huge response on that. I've never had anyone say, take me off your list. Like most people are like, you know, thanks and I appreciate it and I do need to put myself as a priority and blah, blah, blah. It's like, because this is what I call like getting to the heart of the matter, and getting to the heart of the matter by touching their heart, you know, like what is holding this person back? It's all about reading people and trying to understand what excuse are they telling themselves, or what is their hesitation, you know? And again, if you don't believe in what we do, our products, our programs, our groups, then coaching is going to be really hard for you, because you have to believe in it. You have to believe that it can change other people's lives the way that it's changed yours. So I hope that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Is anybody else, like, is there something specific about the because I know in the beginning I was really scared of talking to people. It's just like I didn't want to do it because I didn't know how to do it. I wasn't confident in my speech. But now that I am, I'm telling you, it's like super fun for me to talk to people. I'm like, yeah, like who am I gonna get ready to go today? You know, but
I can't wait to get that smoothness about it, because
yeah.
what makes me hesitate is being able to be fluent, like when they question, be able to respond right back and not be like waiting forever because I'm unsure of how to respond.
Don't worry about having to respond right away, because again, I feel like I don't want to say it makes you feel desperate or anything, but in the beginning I was like, I have to respond right away. I don't want to lose a sale, but when you have that like desperation, I mean, that can come across. Like I'll sometimes tell people, hey, you know what, I'm finishing up dinner, I'm finishing whatever. I'm gonna get back to you before I go. I'm gonna get back to you before the end of the night. So if you don't know the answer to something, you can always do something like that, and then reach out to the group or reach out to me or whatever and say, hey, I'm not sure how to respond to this. But that's a way to do it. You know, if you just don't want to leave them hanging, but just say, hey, you know, I'm finishing dinner right now, or I'm doing something, but I'm gonna get back to you before the end of the night. I think that's a good way to just kind of take a beat, figure out what you want to say, or ask somebody, you know, to give you some insight. But I think if you guys, and this is my law of attraction again, but when I really started getting good at conversations is when I started like playing a character. Like I used to watch the top coaches, like their feeds. I don't really watch them as much anymore because I felt like once I got to a certain point, me focusing on them was actually taking away from me being myself. But until I got to that point, their inspiration, I would watch them, and then when I would talk to people, I'd be like, I'm going to pretend that I'm Raina Odell today. Or I'm going to pretend that I am Stephanie Davies, or, you know, Melanie Mitro. And how do they feel when they're talking to somebody? It's like a character. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would just play a character, like, I am Raina Odell today, and how does she talk to people? And I would just embody, not necessarily, I was still being myself, but I would try to embody the qualities that I felt like they had when they were speaking to people. And it's always confidence, power, not power like ruling over people, but powerful in themselves. Certain, secure, sure. Okay, so everything that we're saying, we're like, here's the thing. When you sound confident in what you're telling them is the right path for them, they are going to take on that confidence. They're going to say, oh, she's telling me, like, this worked for her. She's telling me this is going to work for me. And I believe her because they want to believe you. And so giving them that belief right from the get-go, it's going to just set them up for success. So if you're timid in the beginning, like, well, this might work for you. It might not. I don't know. This could be a route to go. What do you think? You don't really, you know, the only time we want to ask them questions is about what vibes with them. We don't necessarily want to be like, you know, we don't ever want to ask them questions about things that we should know, if that makes sense. We are the consultant for them. And again, if you don't know the answer, take a beat, tell them, you know, make up something. I'm doing this right now. I'm going to get back to you for the night. Take a beat, find the answer on your own, or ask someone who can give you the answer before you come back. But never answer timidly, okay? That's my best advice. Any other questions? I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, I have a question.
Awesome.
When they start talking about other crazy diet plans that they're doing,
Yes.
so that's where I get stuck always.
Okay, yes. See, I think you're still in that too nice phase. And I was there too. And okay, so you want to be an ear to listen, but at some point you need to be the voice of reason. And this is how, like, this is where I really found where I really got my rhythm, is when I really learned to master the art of tough love. Okay, if you can thank my mother for that. But emphasis on the love. But you have to be the voice of reason. Like, okay, I relate to that because I was there. I understand that. But bottom line is, if they've been through all these diets and nothing's working, here's the thing. There's tons of different ways to lose weight. If all these things have failed, there's a common denominator, and it's them. Now, again, this is where that balance comes in, fine line. We need to help them see that they are the problem. We need to figure out what their problem is. That's our job, based on what they're telling us. We need to help them see what the problem is without them thinking we're the enemy. So I'm always asking questions kind of like, so, you know, for instance, so what do you think was the reason that none of those things worked out for you? Like, what do you think the problem was? Like, do you see what I'm saying? I'm probing with questions that are gonna get them to the answer. I think I'm a little second grade teacher. You know what I mean? Like, okay, kids, what, if we wanted to figure this out, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're probing with the right questions that are gonna get them to the answer. So then we're not the bad guy. We're helping them see. And then at some point, if they keep going and they're just giving excuses, at some point we're gonna say, all right, then this is when we tough love it. And we're like, okay. So if they're saying, I'm so busy, I have this and this, and we're like, okay, here's your options. Are you gonna get less busy? Let's answer these questions. Are you gonna get less busy? No. Okay. Are you going to get happy with things staying the way they are? No. Okay. So you have two options. We can make a change, and that's gonna require some change, but you can do it. Or, okay, I'll fix that in a minute. Or you can embrace it where you're at and just be a little extra fluffy and just say, I love wine more than I want to lose weight. And that's cool too, because my objective is to get you happy, and to do that, we got to figure out what's the most important thing to you. So is it wine and eating whatever you want, or is it like having energy and feeling good? And yes, I still want to eat foods that I love, but I can sacrifice like not eating like the worst of foods just to have, you know what I'm saying? We have to be, again, that consultant, and at some point you got to reel them in when they're like, we listen for a little bit, but at some point we just got to be like, okay, we're bringing you back to, let's bring you back to reality, and let's make a plan. We got to do something, okay? Like, just continuing. It's like, we can be therapists for a couple minutes, let's hear your story, but we're not therapists. We're not the kind of therapists that people go to for years and years and years and just keep vomiting their story over and over again, same stuff, never moving on. So let's hear your story briefly, and then let's do something.
Okay.
Cool.
So what if, like the girl I was working with today, she told me that she doesn't want to do the 21-day fixed diet. She wants a different plan. So where do we go with that? Like,
I'll message you. I'll have to look back at kind of. So what has she told us? She
just the Dr. Miraculous diet.
I don't want you guys to think I'm not paying attention to you. It's just I'm helping so many that I'm like, who's who?
Yeah. She's got Dr. Miraculous diet she's doing.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can tell her so and I always ask them, okay, did that work for you in the past? And you asked her that, and she said yes, right?
Yeah.
She said yes, but then what? Did she gain it all back or what?
She gains it back. She's yo-yoing, and she doesn't want to make the lifestyle change.
Okay. So then this is where we tough love it. Okay. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna stay with the free. Okay. That's when we kind of tough love it. I say, okay, so I can see. So it did work temporarily, but I wouldn't say that worked for good because she yo-yoed back. So I would just bring her back to reality and say, like, listen, if you can give her, like, I always bring people back to those two options. Did it really work for you? Because if it did, you wouldn't have yo-yoed back. So let's just say, did it really work for you if you didn't sustain it? Number one. And then number two is like, okay, maybe she'll say yes or whatever. Be like, okay, what if you do it again and the same thing happens? Because clearly it wasn't something that you could sustain. And if she says, we kind of got to base it off that, and then we can go to the whole, all right, are you really ready to make change? Is it that important to you? Like, what's more, maybe see, what I would break that down to is, let's just get into this. I'm going to say, okay, I'm just going to get real with you. Let's just get to the heart of the matter. What is more important to you? Is it keeping your lifestyle the way that it is, or is it getting a change in your life? And once she answers that, then we can move forward. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we always have to get to, what is the question this person needs to be asked? And that's hers, is what's more important to you? Is it, okay, so she doesn't want to change her lifestyle. Okay, you don't want to change your lifestyle, but you want to change. Which is more important? And then we move on from there. Because if she says, not wanting to change my lifestyle, well, okay, then don't, and then embrace where you are. That is where you're at, And I would say, like, I used to kind of be like, oh, you guys can get in any way you want. Sure, I'll accommodate everyone and whatever you want to try to do, whatever you think is going to work. No. Now I say, like, listen, this is a plan that works. I only take, honestly, I tell people, like, straight up, I only take people that are really ready for the change and that are ready to commit to what I'm asking them to do. Like, this is a holistic approach to getting healthy and well. This is not about just fitness. This is about wellness. And this is about being happy and really changing your life. And if you're not ready to fully commit to that right now, then I don't know that this is the right place for you. Because, and honestly, when I do that, they all want to join. Honestly, because when I tell them, like, when I turn them away a little bit, it's like playing hard to get a little bit. But it's like, and then what I'm doing is I'm telling them, because I don't want people that aren't going to fully commit anymore. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of their time. And I now am quality over quantity type of a coach.
It's making them be real with themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a quality over quantity coach now. It's like I do a getting started right call with every challenger. I put my heart and soul into my challengers the same way that I do with my coaches. I don't just be signing up anybody. Like I don't just take anybody. I only present the opportunity to the people that I truly think can make it, because I give each one of you so much of my time. You know, lots of coaches, they say, here's your stuff to get started, and you can shoot me a text in your emerald. You know, like that's how they do it. And it's like I don't do it like that because that's just not who I am. But at the same time, I can't just take everybody on. That's not even gonna try, you know. And that's how I have my challengers now, and I think that that's why I'm attracting a lot more, is because I'm just not desperate anymore. You know, like when you lose that desperateness, I'd rather you guys not hit success club than just sign up somebody because you want to get a point from them. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather you guys not have that desperate energy and put out, I'm looking, like just say to the universe and feel it. Like I want to help somebody today, and I'm looking for someone that's really ready for change. When I do my morning meditation every day, that is what I put out there. I put out, my intention is I want people sent to me that want help to get physically fit, or maybe somebody that wants to change their life through the business opportunity. And I put my intention out there for that every day now. And I swear, like it works, you guys. Like it really has just changed my whole business. And so, and again, that's stuff that takes time, but you can change your energy about it right now. You can change, start playing that character of your future self. How will you talk to people in a year from now? How will you talk to people when you're a 1-star, 2-star? When you got people, tell yourself, I have so many people that want to be in my group, I actually have to turn them away. Okay, like start telling yourself that. Okay, you tell yourself that long enough, you're gonna believe it, and once you believe it, it's gonna become your reality. So that's what I got on that. Anybody else got questions? Are we good? Okay, well, I really appreciate we went just about a couple minutes over, but I really appreciate you guys getting on. I really do, and I love you guys all. And I'm gonna post just this brief bullet point of my steps, and I'm also gonna create some new scripts from actual conversations that I've had the last couple weeks. I'm gonna post those in the groups too. And what I'm gonna start doing with you guys when I'm talking to you is I'm gonna start letting you guys attempt to formulate the response. You know, when you have a question about how to respond, and then I'm gonna tweak it because I realize I was messing up by just giving you guys the responses. That's not going to teach you guys. So you guys need to try first, and I'll tweak. Okay, so everybody have an awesome night, and thanks for getting on with us. Bye.
All right, thanks, Brittany.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.